It's an unenviable task to select a coach of the year because there are so many coaches that are deserving of it, particularly after such a successful season as 2015. But there is one coach I think that stands out above everybody else. And I think to break a premiership drought after 54 years, you have to be a special kind of person. And so this year's recipient certainly is special. And I could sit up here and talk for hours about their qualities, but I thought about this afternoon, and there are three qualities I admire most in this coach. One is his unbelievable level of commitment. He lives in Lithgow, and he travels 2.5 hours 3 times a week to come to hockey in both directions. So after training, he may not get home till 11 o'clock. And then what some of you may not know is he's up at 4 o'clock to go to work. And I think when you have a coach with that level of commitment, it really inspires the players to exhibit the same sort of qualities. The second one is his tactical expertise, but then also his ability to communicate. So it's great as a coach to understand the game well, but if you can't translate that to your players, then nothing actually happens on the pitch. And again, this recipient is a master in making things simple and getting his team to play the way that he wants them to play. And I think any of you that saw first grade in the last month of the season, the kind of hockey they were playing were out of this world, that no other team in Sydney is playing anything like the style of hockey that they're playing. And then the final quality is that he loves his players. He's loyal to them. He pushes them to exceed their own expectations. And I think as a coach, and the great coaches are the coaches who a large number of their players can play better than they've ever played under them. And I think that's what happened, and that was a key contributor to the success that was achieved with the men's first grade team this year. So I'm very pleased to announce that the winner of this year's Anzac Coach of the Year Award is Richard Sharp.
So, what I think a lot of us want to know is what are some of your main coaching philosophies and values that you bring to a team to ensure their success?
Thanks, Bill. That's a long-winded question, but look, I think it's important to keep it simple. Spend a lot of time in various areas of my house, sometimes even the toilet, thinking about what I can do to simplify it for the guys. And keep it simple, shithead, is a really good philosophy for most coaches to uphold. I think you have to have a deep love for the game. I don't think you have to have been an outstanding player, but you need to know how to win. And there are various things that you need to do to win, and I like to think that I know what they are.
Fantastic. Okay, just a quick question. Do you have any superstitions or any rituals before a game that you need to do? Is that part of the success?
Yes, I do.
Would you care to share with us?
Yes, I will share some of them with you. I do have a fair few. No, Cameron, I don't do that. I have a wife, a magnificently beautiful wife sitting over there. I actually purchased a pair of red underpants before the grand final. And I came up with a philosophy at the start of this season that I should wear the colour of underpants of the opposition on the day prior to the match, and then on the day of the match, I always wear black underpants. Did you know? You didn't know that.
That's fantastic. You can't even script that sort of stuff. Thanks for a fantastic year, Sharpie. can't wait for what's in store 2016. Is there anything else that you'd like to finish up on?
Oh, look, I think it's important that standing here before you, I acknowledge a couple of people and thank a couple of people that have assisted not only me, but my family through our Ryde journey. And it was probably 5 or 6 years ago now when we came to the club, and a bloke by the name of Jonathan Craig, who our children had played some state hockey with, asked us to come down and play juniors with Ryde. And we jumped at the opportunity because we were playing in Lithgow against the same guys just about every week, and I wanted my kids to broaden the horizons and play in Sydney. And look, from that day on, it's been an absolute pleasure and an absolute honour to be associated with this club. The reason, or one of the reasons why I coach with Ryde, and it doesn't matter whether it's first grade or it doesn't matter whether it's 27th grade. I do that because I want to give back to Ryde. The opportunities that Ryde have given to myself, but most importantly to my family, I don't think that I'll ever be able to repay. And just coaching and being a part of the club in that way gives me an opportunity to give back, and that's pretty important to me, so thank you very much.